Welcome to Subconscious Power. True transformation in life often doesn't come from loud breakthroughs but from a quiet whisper within, a steady, deep pulse from a part of you that's always been there, yet rarely fully heard, your subconscious mind. The subconscious doesn't speak in logic or reason. It communicates through the states you sustain, the emotions you repeatedly feel, and the silent beliefs you hold as truth. When you think you're unworthy, it doesn't argue, it agrees. When you fear lack, it doesn't judge, it records. But when you truly believe in your abundance, not just intellectually but in the core of your being, your subconscious quietly aligns to that belief and acts upon it. In the pursuit of wealth and success, we're often taught discipline, strategy, and hard work. Yet, few teach us to listen to our most powerful, invisible ally, our subconscious. Without understanding its language, you may strive consciously but sabotage yourself unconsciously. It's not about lacking talent or effort, it's about a subconscious that hasn't been programmed to support your deepest desires. You may find yourself in a battle, pushing forward only to feel exhausted, as an inner current pulls you back. This journey isn't about chasing riches, it's about dismantling internal barriers, resistance, fear, doubt, and limitations that keep your subconscious from functioning optimally. When you understand yourself and learn to speak the subconscious's language, life becomes smoother, less resistant. Success arrives not because you force it but because you've aligned your inner energy to invite it naturally. Your subconscious is always speaking through the way you live each day. If you're still enough, patient enough, and aware enough, you'll hear it. And when you do, what once felt like effort becomes flow. The key to unlocking this lies in something deceptively simple: learning to receive. The truth is, many crave wealth but struggle to receive it. They work tirelessly for success, yet their subconscious quietly rejects it, not because they don't want it, but because they haven't opened the inner door to allow it in. Deep within, the subconscious only unlocks when it senses genuine permission to receive. This permission isn't in words or affirmations taped to your wall, it's in your state of receptivity. You can't fake this state. It's a true softening, an inner openness, a deep knowing that, I am worthy, and I welcome the good. This is the clearest signal your subconscious needs to act. Why is receiving so hard? From childhood, many of us inherit beliefs that receiving help is weak, accepting praise is arrogant, or taking in good things is selfish. Past hurts, rejections, or moments of being judged for dreaming big crystallize into an unconscious belief: I'm not truly worthy of the good. Your subconscious, fiercely loyal, stores this as a default operating mode. So, even as you consciously strive, you unconsciously limit yourself from joy, support, or the flow of abundance, not because you lack ability, but because you haven't given yourself permission. True receiving begins when you face yourself without defense, without proving, without striving to please others. It's feeling ease in accepting a compliment, a gift, a hug, or encouragement without guilt or obligation. When you smile and say, thank you, sincerely, without deflecting or diminishing, your subconscious starts to open that door. Receiving isn't just an act, it's an energetic frequency. If you say, I want success, but your inner energy signals rejection or doubt, your subconscious follows the frequency, not the words. The art of receiving is a profound emotional shift. It's standing in gratitude without fear, accepting the good without feeling indebted to the world, and opening to something new without needing a logical justification. When this happens, your subconscious rewrites its script: I can let good things come without suffering first. Some believe they're only worthy after outworking others, but that mindset locks the subconscious behind a gate of conditions. True receiving is unconditional, it doesn't demand perfection or moral superiority. It asks you to return to your innate kindness and allow that kindness to be nurtured and received. When you receive, you create a safe space for others to do the same. You stop deflecting compliments, diminishing gifts, or rejecting goodness. Your subconscious, like fertile soil, begins to sprout new possibilities. Start small, notice what you reject today: a compliment, help, an opportunity, rest, or a good meal. The subconscious doesn't measure by scale but by frequency. Reject 10 small things daily, and you signal, I'm not ready to receive. But accept the smallest kindnesses, a smile, a word of support, and you teach your subconscious, I'm safe to receive. I'm worthy. This reprogramming is subtle yet profound, not forced or artificial but a sustained way of living. As you receive fully, you give naturally, not from pressure or obligation but from an overflowing inner energy. Giving and receiving become a harmonious cycle where you and life grow together. Your subconscious, a delicate entity, doesn't respond to coercion but listens intently. When you signal receptivity with gratitude, it begins to trust you, paving the way for alignment and opportunity, not because you begged, but because you live in readiness. Start today. When praised, don't say, it's nothing. Say, thank you, I appreciate that. When helped, don't shy away, accept and recall how you've helped others without motive. When opportunity knocks, don't doubt it instantly. Listen to your emotions, connect with your subconscious, and if it feels right, open your heart. The door opens when you stop resisting yourself. True wealth often comes not from what you gain but from what you dare to receive. Yet, another barrier looms, the scarcity mindset. Your subconscious doesn't understand scarcity, it only mirrors your beliefs. Many strive for more but live as if everything's running out. They chase wealth yet operate from fear, of lacking money, missing opportunities, or being outdone. Despite reading success books or attending workshops, they remain stuck in scarcity, not because the world is limited, but because their beliefs are. The subconscious doesn't discern rational lack. It records what you repeat with emotion and frequency, embedding it as your default mode. If you believe hard work alone earns money, your subconscious will steer you to grueling jobs to feel deserving. If you think money comes and goes, you'll unconsciously spend it to match that pattern. If you believe you're only meant to get by, opportunities for growth will slip past unnoticed. Why? The subconscious prioritizes old beliefs over new ambitions. Your affirmations and goals may be bold, but if scarcity lingers within, they're just a veneer. The subconscious reads your daily energy, anxiety over bills, envy of others' success, hesitation to invest in yourself. To shift this, you must change the belief foundation you live by. Observe yourself honestly, without judgment. Do you feel guilty spending on yourself? Do you reject opportunities, feeling underqualified? Do you delay long-term investments but splurge on fleeting joys? These signal a subconscious accustomed to scarcity. The world isn't limited, your inner beliefs are. The subconscious doesn't resist abundance but won't create it without guidance. That guidance isn't about doing more but believing better. Believe in opportunities, your worthiness, money as a flow, and success as a choice, not a gift. To shift deep-seated beliefs, start by noticing repetition. If money triggers worry, the subconscious links it to distress and steers you away. Replace worry with gratitude, tension with ease, regret with appreciation. Each emotional shift teaches the subconscious a new response. Next, create small, real experiences. Gift yourself something not for achievement but because you're worthy. Invest in learning not out of duty but choice. Share with others not from obligation but faith in replenishment. These moments, paired with positive emotion, reprogram the subconscious. Over time, you'll act differently without effort, deciding faster, fearing less, opening more. The external world will mirror this inner shift. Those living in abundance don't need to prove it. They don't boast or compete, they trust and live in their chosen frequency. The subconscious, a loyal partner, attracts and aligns resources to make it real. You don't fight your subconscious, you teach it through consistent, heartfelt experiences. One day, you'll notice you're not striving as hard. Money stops keeping you awake, opportunities don't spark doubt, and success doesn't feel costly. Your subconscious now trusts, the world isn't scarce, and you're worthy of abundance. Your value doesn't come from achievements but from your existence. Yet, society teaches us to earn worth through accolades, degrees, or roles. From childhood, we tie our value to external standards, being good to be loved, excelling to be praised, sacrificing to be seen. This creates a subconscious script: I'm only worthy when I meet others' measures. You strive not to live fully but to earn the right to live, not to grow but to avoid rejection. This exhausting chase never feels enough, as the subconscious reinforces inadequacy through repeated experiences of doubt or self-sabotage. The good news: this belief isn't fate. Reclaim your value by stopping self-denial. Don't say, "I'm not good enough," after mistakes. Don't dismiss achievements as luck. Don't please everyone to feel seen. When you feel worthy, the subconscious stops testing you. It supports you with confidence and openness. Observe your inner voice daily. Replace criticism with compassion: I tried, and that's enough for now. Live as if you're worthy, even if you don't fully believe it. Stand tall, say no to misaligned demands, rest without proving you've earned it. Each act rebuilds a healthy belief in your value, shifting your choices toward what honors you. No one grants or takes your value unless you allow it. The subconscious doesn't need perfection, it needs you to live what you believe is true. If you choose to believe, "I'm valuable because I exist and strive authentically," it will align with you. Every small act carries the energy of certainty, creating a life of alignment, not striving. Even as you embrace your value, old limits may resurface. Don't assume your subconscious is resisting, it's reflecting unacknowledged beliefs. If outcomes disappoint, don't conclude you're weak. Ask, what limiting belief is quietly shaping my reality? The subconscious mirrors your beliefs, not creating a new. Persistent rejection may stem from a belief you're unchosen. Financial struggles may tie to a script that money is hard. These beliefs, often formed in childhood, guide you unconsciously like an outdated map. When you self-sabotage, ask, what is my subconscious protecting me from? Every limiting belief began as a shield, to keep you safe from pain or failure. But these shields no longer serve you. Update them not by force but through observation and dialogue. Notice automatic reactions: discomfort with praise, unease with help, or fear when life feels too good. These reveal hidden beliefs. With patience, you'll reach their roots, and healing begins, not by erasing them but by replacing them with new, vivid experiences. For example, if you believe you're unlovable, accept small kindnesses daily: a hug, a kind word, and let yourself feel their warmth. Tell your subconscious, this is safe, I don't need to flee. If money feels fleeting, save with gratitude, not fear, noting how it expands your life. Repeat these experiences consistently, and the subconscious rewrites its script. You don't need to unearth every past wound, just observe your present reactions and choose differently. Stop blaming yourself for limiting beliefs. They helped you survive. Thank them, but declare, I've grown, I don't need these anymore. The subconscious listens not to words but to how you treat yourself. With patience and new experiences, it will align with your evolved self, making choices clearer and life smoother. True abundance starts not in your wallet but in your daily state. You can be hailed as successful yet live in tension, fearing collapse. That's not abundance, it's defense dressed as achievement, because the subconscious hasn't learned peace. It runs on scripts of do more, control, prepare for the worst. It doesn't rest, enjoy, or trust. Many assume wealth or status will ease this, but the more they gain, the more they fear losing. Why? Their subconscious never feels enough. Abundance stems from your mind's presence. A simple meal feels rich without comparison. You feel elegant without luxury if you don't need to prove yourself. You're steady without hitting grand goals if you trust your path. A calm mind is the only foundation for wealth that grows without harm, fear, or enslavement to your own success. To cultivate this, reverse old habits. Instead of seeking more externally, shed excess internally: noise, unrealistic expectations, silent comparisons, beliefs you must outshine others, or fears of falling behind. You don't need more, you need less, but deeper. The subconscious doesn't require everything, it needs a clear signal: I'm safe. This comes not from bank balances but from your daily state. Send this signal through simple acts: rest without guilt, work with purpose, invest in yourself without needing validation, say no to misfits without apology. Each act tells the subconscious, I've left survival mode, I'm in abundance. As it trusts this, you grow less rushed, less drained, living richer in what you have. A calm mind doesn't mean abandoning dreams, it means moving with trust, not lack. You stop waiting for enough to be happy and choose peace now, building from there. With peace, you're clearer. Clearer choices mean fewer mistakes. Fewer mistakes preserve energy, wealth, and focus. You grow rich not by outrunning others but by not depleting yourself. True wealth is enough, sustainable, unshaken, untiring, rooted in a mind at peace with itself. Start small, choose calm before acting. Pause when panicked, don't decide. If you feel lack, don't shop or prove, reconnect with your true value. Each pause preserves your energy, letting life unfold naturally. If these lessons resonate, comment, I love this video, to show you're with us. Your support fuels more meaningful content. Thank you for being here, stay tuned for more. A calm mind isn't built overnight. It's daily, conscious acts, morning stillness, nightly gratitude for 3 small things: less noise, fewer arguments, more self-observation. You don't need a grand shift, just a deeper rhythm. True wealth comes not from breakthroughs but from a fearless inner state. When your subconscious feels this, it stops circling and guides you true. As you embrace this, a new challenge arises: can you step back to let your subconscious work? We're taught to control, plan, predict, grip every outcome. Control is vital, but there's a fine line where it becomes a chain, blocking your subconscious's support. The subconscious thrives on inner alignment, not force. If you micromanage life, you stifle its creativity. Your greatest moments, unexpected opportunities, chance meetings, timely help, often came when you weren't controlling. They flowed when you relaxed, stopped dictating every detail, and let life arrange itself. In those moments, the subconscious had room to guide, connect, and align. But most live otherwise, gripping the future, predicting others' reactions, fearing to release the wheel, believing without control, life will crash. Yet, the subconscious, not your logic, holds the true map. If that map is fear or lack, no external plan will break the cycle. The answer isn't speeding up, it's stepping back to let the subconscious lead. This means releasing the need to control outcomes. How often are you drained not by work but by trying to control people, situations, or emotions? How often do you lie awake, not from real pressure but from fearing the unknown? How often do you reject opportunities outside your plan? Control, here, isn't strength, it's fear disguised as discipline. The subconscious doesn't need surrender but space to breathe, your trust, and room for surprises. Step back half a pace to let it adjust. Do your part, then let the rest unfold. But we often overstep, worrying, tweaking, rushing results. This sends mixed signals: I trust, but I'll intervene if it's not right. Fear's intensity drowns trust, and the subconscious follows. The solution isn't passivity but action without clinging to outcomes, full presence with flexibility, clear intent with openness to new paths. In this space, the subconscious shines, unpressured by rigid expectations or fear. It weaves your efforts, beliefs, and actions into outcomes you couldn't foresee. When you're frantic, things tangle; when you let go, they align, not because you stopped trying but because you stopped resisting the flow. Releasing control is an art, trusting that life doesn't need to match your vision to be good. Sometimes, what you thought was perfect blocks something better. Imagine your subconscious as water: grip it, and it slips; control it, and it diverts. Open your hands like a cup, and it fills naturally. Practice this daily. In uncertainty, pause and ask, if I trust I'm being led right, what would I do now? When plans falter, say, this may teach me something greater. When control slips, return to breath, not logic. Each act empowers your subconscious, your wise companion, to steer you true. You don't always know what's best, and that's okay. Your subconscious, storing every experience, sensing every cue, knows what fits if you give it room. Release control, and you gain clarity, flexibility, and strength. You plan without rigidity, act without panic, move forward trusting timing. Your needs arrive not when you demand but when you're ready. Now, send a powerful signal, you're worthy of the good by caring for yourself authentically. Saying, I'm enough, means little if your daily life betrays it, starving your body, judging yourself, enduring exhaustion, or tolerating misfits. Self-care isn't a luxury or reward, it's the deepest affirmation that you value yourself, shaping how your subconscious responds. If you neglect care, you attract neglect, draining relationships, overcostly opportunities, environments demanding your essence. Self-care sets your standards. Have you worked to collapse before resting? Eaten poorly, slept erratically, saying, it's fine? Stayed in toxic ties from fear? Agreed to misfits to keep peace? Delayed health, growth, or joy, prioritizing more important things? Each act whispers to your subconscious, I'm less than others, I'll care for me later. It doesn't argue, it builds a life where you're last, attracting roles requiring double effort. To shift this, reset how you care for yourself. Start small but deliberate, eat to nourish, not rush, sleep as a foundation, not a leftover, pause daily to reconnect, not escape, move your body to honor it, not meet standards. Each act, done with intent, tells your subconscious, I matter, I'm worthy, I'm my first priority. It begins to attract what matches, relationships that respect, opportunities that align, environments that uplift. This shift starts small, saying no to a draining meetup to read, smiling in the mirror without critique, refusing misfits calmly, investing in growth for joy, not gain. These acts return you to mastery, not reaction. You tell your subconscious, I'm grown, I don't need permission to live well, I grant it. A new state blooms, unconditional worth, needing no extra to deserve. You compare less, crave less validation, not from apathy but from a deep bond with yourself. Those successful yet weary, rich yet empty, often neglect self-care. They feed their body but starve their mind, plan for tomorrow but ignore today, meet external demands but not inner needs. Self-care isn't just kindness, it's the bedrock of lasting success. No mind stays clear in a drained body, no subconscious feels safe in a life of endless striving. Start by treating yourself like a lifelong companion, whispering, I matter, I'm worthy, I choose to live as valued. This clarity demands boundaries, signals to your subconscious of what you'll nurture. Your mind is a garden, sown with dreams, confidence, and self-love, but also doubts, judgments, and old wounds. Without boundaries, weeds of criticism or others' expectations choke your growth. Boundaries aren't walls, they're declarations of what you'll protect and what must stay out to let your garden thrive. The subconscious can't prioritize without clear boundaries. If you sacrifice sleep for work texts, it notes work trumps health. If you say yes to draining demands, it learns others' needs outweigh yours. If you let others steer your emotions, it assumes you're not strong enough to lead. It then attracts situations reinforcing this, exhausting choices, depleting ties, chaotic patterns. But with boundaries, you signal, I know what's healthy, I choose what blooms. The subconscious shifts, guiding you to respectful environments, uplifting people, and fitting opportunities. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're directed kindness, preserving your energy to give your best. Without them, you feel overwhelmed, small, reactive. With them, you're less drained, less hurt, living by choice, not reflex. Good boundaries are quiet, a calm no, stepping away from misfits without guilt, choosing yourself without permission. The subconscious sees this and becomes your shield, filtering out what doesn't align. Build boundaries by asking, what am I tolerating to avoid disappointing others? What actions contradict my values? When did I say yes but mean no? When did I last prioritize myself, and why is it so easy to delay? Answers reveal where boundaries are breached. Adjust gradually, voice one need, step back from a draining talk, sleep an hour earlier, rest without earning it. Each act builds a fence, and the subconscious notices, steering you from harm to growth. Your garden can't thrive in chaos. You can't build wealth in an invaded heart, grow sustainably in a reactive mind, or live fully begging the world to pause. Boundaries tell your subconscious, I'm done with chaos, I'm ready for peace to bloom. Life responds differently, honoring your clarity. To enrich this garden, add gratitude, the energy code your subconscious reads best. It's not loud or grand but silently rewires how your subconscious works. Transformation doesn't always need big plans or shocks, it's the quiet energy you emit daily. Gratitude is the purest, strongest signal to attract and retain good. Gratitude isn't moral or spiritual fluff, it's an emotional code the subconscious decodes instantly. Say you're ready for abundance, but feel lack, envy, or discontent, and the subconscious ignores your words, mirroring your state. Spend minutes daily in true gratitude, and it records this as a frequency to sustain, reshaping experiences to keep you there. Small moments gain meaning, timely opportunities appear, challenges fade without fights, not magic, but the subconscious aligning to your signal. Gratitude is high, stable, and contagious because it's not lack-based. You don't judge now or doubt what's coming, you accept and expand. Acceptance opens doors. You don't need everything to be grateful, you choose gratitude, and everything unfolds. Thank the deep breath this morning, a kind word, a chance to restart, or your imperfect but striving self. Your body eases, emotions balance, mind stops chasing, and the subconscious notes, I'm in abundance. Those who journal 3 daily gratitudes often feel lighter, clearer, calmer, not from fewer challenges but from not letting challenges dim their gratitude. The subconscious amplifies what you focus on. Dwell on lack, and it grows, fixate on wrongs, and they multiply. Train yourself to see the worthy, and you reprogram attention, living positively without force. Start simply, wake, pause, and whisper, thank you for being alive. On your commute, notice light through a window, not deadlines. At meals, thank the life sustaining you. Before bed, write 3 gratitudes, small, surprising, ordinary. These code the subconscious, which reads emotion, not philosophy. Gratitude doesn't wait for perfection, it makes life better. In hardship, pause, touch your heart, and say, thank you for moving forward. You begin healing, shifting from problems to paths, attracting solutions through openness, not tension. Gratitude unlocks the subconscious's support, making you feel held, guided, gently but firmly. To make this real, align action, energy, and belief at one frequency. Ever said one thing, thought another, and done a third? You claim success but act from fear, seek peace but live in rush, crave love but stay in doubt. This isn't fleeting conflict, it's an energy mismatch among belief, action, and state, confusing the subconscious. The subconscious hears the combined frequency, not words. Misaligned, it delivers half results, almost one, nearly stable, just shy of the mark. Life's delays, unformed dreams, or stuck goals often stem not from weak skills but from this disconnect. Align belief, action, and energy, and the subconscious guides you swiftly, clearly, precisely. Start with belief. If you hold old scripts, I'm not enough, I need approval, success demands sacrifice, actions won't shift the subconscious's pull. Rewrite beliefs that stir deep emotion, I'm worthy of abundance without proving it. I allow success without losing myself. Kindness and truth lead me to the best. Repeat them not just verbally but in how you live. Next, action. Don't wait for perfection or act from fear. Move as if your new belief is true. If you're worthy of love, reject disrespect. If you're valuable, pitch, propose, start boldly. If you're abundant, share generously, not hoarding. Actions confirm to the subconscious, this is who I'm becoming. Finally, energy, the subtlest, strongest force. Identical actions yield different results based on energy. A greeting from true appreciation heals, a handshake from confidence connects deeply, a calm choice sparks better chains than a stressed one. Energy doesn't lie, the subconscious reads it. Live in the emotional frequency of your goal. For abundance, feel gratitude, not lack. For freedom, lighten, don't control. For success, relax, don't strain. Matching energy pulls your goal to you. The subconscious stops decoding, it sees clarity. Belief, action, energy unite, and life flows. You don't force or chase, you become the frequency your goal seeks. This unity creates a steady energy field. The subconscious stops doubting, and your inner path aligns. These lessons aren't about becoming someone else but returning to your true self, a self the subconscious hasn't trusted as worthy. Transformation isn't chasing externals, it's inner unity so the subconscious trusts you. Life's conflicts, delays, or repeated failures often arise not from weak effort but from inner doubt. One part pushes forward, another fears pain, one craves love, another feels unworthy, one seeks growth, another fears losing control. This tug-of-war confuses the subconscious, yielding half-steps, near misses, unclear paths. You don't need more strength but courage to unify these parts. Unity isn't forcing agreement, it's letting each part speak, be heard, and join you. Picture a round table with your versions, the doubter, the wounded, the striver, the seeker, the rejected, and the clear, gentle you inviting dialogue. Don't banish negativity or fear, just say, I see you, you protected me, but I'm grown. Let's move with trust. This unity signals the subconscious to stop doubting. It stops replaying old pain, testing your worth, or pulling you back. It trusts, aligns, and guides. Life doesn't shift dramatically, you shift within it. Work feels bigger, chaos calms, desires are voiced clearly, steps feel certain. The subconscious no longer needs convincing. You stop living split lives in one body. Energy, emotion, and action align, merging who you are with what you want. You enter deeper maturity, a quiet, firm awakening. You adjust, not control, choose, not force, express, not prove. Success becomes not mimicking others but being truer to you, so the subconscious has no reason to doubt. The subconscious doesn't betray, it mirrors your doubts. Choose differently today. Live consistently in belief, words, and deeds. Treat yourself as a trusted ally, without judgment or rush. Pause before old reactions, asking, am I true to myself? See each day as tuning, not battling. You'll find you need nothing more, everything waits within, ready to unify. With this, the subconscious becomes your greatest catalyst, guiding you to heights once out of reach. You don't control life, you clarify within. Share your thoughts below. If this resonated, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more from Subconscious Power. See you in the next video.